Hey, it's Mazzy. This is the alternate vinyl tag of 2023. This is the other side of the vinyl community presenting on alternate questions, only 11 questions. This is created by Stunt Rock Confusion. I'll put a link below to his channel. He's into the, not always, but somewhat esoteric, avant-garde, experimental, minimalism, noise, industrial, basically not your Doobie Brothers. It's everything but the Doobie Brothers. I kid. But I like that there's alternate universes and alternate questions, and so I thought I would jump in. And this is the cool kids. This is like when I was high school, we'd call these the stoner kids, the stoners. They weren't the jocks, they weren't the hippies, they were the stoners. Not that Stunty or anyone else is a stoner, but they were like the artsy ones. Okay, that's enough of that intro. People hate my long intros. So thank you, Stunty, for this. Good questions, actually. Number one, an alternate vinyl tag for the new year. Enjoy. Okay, number one, show the longest vinyl record quest you finally got in 2023. Is there a grail or something you've been looking for? I picked two. One I just got, literally the day before New Year's Eve, or maybe the day before that. This is Terry Evans. Terry Evans, Putting It Down. Now, I've been looking for this on and off. I don't look every day or every time I'm looking. This was Audio Quest from 1995. Now, Terry Evans is a soulful, very soulful kind of bluesy singer. And I know him from all the tours he did with Ry Cooder, my favorite guitar player, one of my favorite musicians of all time. And I saw Terry Evans perform with Ry Cooder for decades, literally. Every time I saw him live, maybe except for one time, Terry Evans was on the bill. From Chicken Skin Music to Paradise and Lunch in the mid-'70s, later to shows at the Great American Music Hall. I didn't realize, this is on Audio Quest, an audiophile label from 1995, and I recently came across this. This was produced by Joe Harley from Music Matters Jazz, and from the Tone Poet. He's literally Tone Poet. Great record. Ry Cooder is all over this. I don't know if I should share this or not, but it was really interesting. Joe, when I showed this to Joe Harley, he mentioned some interesting facts about Ry Cooder, the way he would like to record. He wasn't a pedal guy, and very organic, small vintage amplifiers and the way they mic'd it, and really amazing stuff. Now, we lost Terry Evans several years ago, but what a great singer. Jim Keltner's on this. You know who else is on this? Joaquin Cooder, which is a percussionist. Ry Cooder's son is on this, but an artist that I like, Jorge Calderon, plays bass on this, and I know him from all the Warren Zevon albums. He was a good friend of Warren Zevon, but what a fantastic sounding record. So if you come across this, grab it. But the other one that I've really been looking for all the time, and I know it came out as it either did come out or is coming out as a Blue Note classic, but I wanted the Music Matters Jazz. I have about 70 of their albums, another Joe Harley contribution to that label. But Happenings, the double 45 of this. Look at this cover. How gorgeous is this? Bobby Hutcherson is the vibe player. He lived in the Bay Area for many years in his later life. I saw him like maybe 6, 7 times in San Francisco. What a great vibraphonist. And this is with Herbie Hancock, Bob Crenshaw, and Joe Chambers. And I just love this. The music is important, but this is one kick-ass cover. And I didn't want it on, I just say subpar Blue Note classics. They're great records, a reasonable price, but I really wanted this copy, and I was able to get this double 45 copy with the insert. Very much, this is the pattern where the Tone Poets came about. But this is my grail, or my, as Stunty asked, the longest vinyl record quest I've had is this one, and I finally got it in 2023. Show the best deal you got in 2023. Now, if you're watching Dizzy, I have not paid you for this yet. So as of right now, I got it for free, but I will, we'll make it work. I've been looking for a stereo copy of this, and this is Santo and Johnny, East Coast Italian artist, guitar and pedal steel or slack key, whatever you call it. And of course, the song on here that's been on every commercial, every movie, and even if you don't know Santos and Johnny, you will know the song Sleepwalk. It is such a beautiful, ethereal song. And I have a mono copy of this, and I haven't had a stereo. I think the stereo is harder to get, but this is the cheapest one because I haven't paid for it. I will give you something. If you're watching, I know you're watching, Dizzy, we'll work it out. I'll buy you 5 meals, something, whatever. But Santo and Johnny, there's a lot of covers on here, including Caravan, Summertime, Blue Moon, Tenderly, Canadian Sunset. But this is kind of a scratched up copy, but I don't care. I don't really care. It's such a great record. And in stereo, it kind of, it's a beautiful record. Santos and Johnny, are they Long Island, New Jersey kids? I forgot, whatever. But this came out of nowhere. This was the first album. They had subsequent albums, but I know you've heard Sleepwalk. You've definitely heard it. Wah, 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 wah. That's a bad version of it. Okay. Show a brand new artist that you got in 2023 or closest to it. Well, I can't remember if this is their second album or fourth album, and I showed this recently. And my friend Brooks turned me on to this British band with a female and male singer. This is called the Twits. Brand new record this year. I just love the graphics. That's right, I showed it on my cover because I like the typeface treatment on here. But brand new record from 2023, a fairly new group. I just love this record. The Twits out of the United Kingdom. Indie-ish, lo-fi, but a cool-ass record. So check out the Twits. Seek it out. Listen to it on any of your streaming things, which I don't do. My friend Brooks played it for me when I was in San Francisco last month. All right, show a record people will be surprised you got in 2023. I friggin' love this record. I got it during the WFMU record show tour I did in New York, but I didn't get it at the show. I got it at Billy's Record Salon, and I saw it. I thought, oh my God. And then Billy said, yeah, it's cool. It wasn't crazy priced. I forgot what it was. But this is Claudine L, Let's Spend the Night Together. Of course, for years, she was married to Andy Williams, the MOR pop artist of the 1960s and the 70s. And then she actually shot her boyfriend or next husband, Spider, the skier, and Andy Williams came up. I don't know, I'm talking about the murder, but and defended her. She got off from that, like accidental shooting or self-defense. I remember all the details. This is a cool record, produced by Ken Mansfield. It's got a lot of covers of pop rock songs. God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, Every Night by Paul McCartney from his first solo album, Hey, That's No Way to Say Goodbye, Leonard Cohen. It's got Jealous Guy and Don't Let Me Down, a hybrid. It's really good. It's really good. Almost like she's in a way like a French pop yeye girl, because obviously she's a French singer. I just love this record. I love the cover. Let's Spend the Night Together, of course. Sleep Song by Graham Nash, which is a wonderful song. I think that was his first solo album. But, great artists on this. A fun record. Maybe it's a surprise to some. But maybe it's not a surprise for others because I'm open to all kinds of things. I love pop music and I love schmaltzy stuff. And this is right in that wheelhouse. So I'm glad this new alternate vinyl tag gave me the opportunity to show it. All right. Show a record you got in 2023 thanks to the vinyl community. This ragtag group of viewers like you, some of you, and myself that like to show records and purchase records. And this is Glenn Branca, The Ascension. Dom turned me on to this. Again, another record I got at Billy's Record Salon in New York. I love this cover. And let me say this. We were flipping through records. I was playing chess with a member, Alex of the Vinyl Community, Motoric 247, if you know his channel. We were playing chess in the records. It was an after party in New York. And he was flipping through this. And I stopped, not because of the music, because I'm a big fan of artists, and obviously coming from the out of the 80s, the Lower East Side artists. And this is Robert Longo, who did these large charcoal pencil-like drawings based on photographs of people falling. In fact, if you know the TV series Mad Men, Don Draper, that was influence, the opening of the people falling from the buildings of this, and love this cover. He actually did the artwork on this. But Glenn Branca, excuse me, this is kind of a an avant-garde guitar, bass, avant-garde fusion record. Ronaldo's on here from the what's the, come on, the New York band with Thurston Moore. God, I'm just blanking out right here. Anyway, of course, I'll think of it as soon as we hang up here, right? This is a cool ass record. I love the cover. I love and because of Dom, his suggestion, he was flipping through a bin. I can't remember if he had it. He brought it to trade, but I bought it, and I fucking love this record. Sonic Youth. I knew I would remember it, but it's late at night here when I'm recording this, and I just forgot. But love this record, and because of the vinyl community, that record spoke to me. Show a record from your teens that you got or upgraded to vinyl in 2023. And this is I think I actually had this record way back, and then I lost it at some point, and I found it again in this past year. And this is music from the soundtrack of The Wild Angels with Peter Fonda and Nancy Sinatra. I love this because I had the 45 of Dave Allen and the Arrows blues theme. Really fuzzed out guitar, perfect for a motorcycle biker film. That's what it was. I had the 45. I never had the album, and I finally got the album. I've seen this over the years. It wasn't hard to get. It's not really an expensive record. This copy happens to be in the shrink, but there's all these Dave Allen songs on here. Almost every song except for, I believe, 2. The other songs are from The Hands on Time. And this is just great motorcycle, guitar, bass, fuzzed out things. Not unlike Link Ray, Adventures, but more fuzzed out things. And is this a Roger Corman film? I don't know, not even sure. Mike Curb produced it, who became a lieutenant governor, Republican lieutenant governor of California. But this is a friggin' great record, and this is something I had as a teen, at least a version of it, and I got this past year. And of course, Nancy Sinatra is still with us, and of course Peter Fonda, made more famously because of Easy Rider, and that motorcycle, which was not an exploitation motorcycle film. Great record there. All right. Show a favorite cover sleeve you got in 2023. I did a whole record on my favorite cover art, and this one I did not show, but I just think this is so innocent and so cute. And this is I Am the Dog by Sir Chloe, and Sir Chloe's the name of the band, and this woman, I'm blanking out on her name, is the lead singer, and I was with Baraka P. Dub, my friend Paul. We went to see Beck in Seattle, and he was visiting, and there was Jenny Lewis was on the bill in Phoenix, and the fourth opening act that played less than a half hour, maybe even less than that, was Sir Chloe. What a great singer, great psychedelic band. This is her first major album, first album on Atlantic Records. She had an EP as an indie, but I just love that Little Lamb Shot, Little Lamb Shot album. There she is. Indie, ingenue vocals, but there's a psychedelic and noisy side to the band and guitar playing. I think this is a really interesting record. I'm still absorbing it, but live, Paul and I were just mesmerized by this band when I saw it. But I love this record. Again, this is a new band, so there's another, I could have put this in another category. I Am the Dog, Sir Chloe on Atlantic Records. Check her out. She's really interesting. They are really interesting. That's the name of the band. And I'm sorry, I forgot her name. She writes all the songs as far as I know. All right. Show a band you wish you didn't release an album in 2023. A band you wish they didn't release an album. Well, they didn't release a proper album except for a reissue, but they did release a new song. And after I thought about it, after the novelty wore out, I wish this band did not release any new song this year. Let's stew on this for a moment. Prompt number 10 is show a record you got in 2023, VCLT. That's Vinyl Community Love Train. It's when someone gifts you records. I'm not counting promos I've gotten from record labels. And I want to show two records. And these were sent to me from Ireland by Angelo Kelly. This is his record that came out in the last year or two. Angelo Kelly is big in Ireland and Germany, and is from this prestigious, talented folk family. And this is an album of covers of some great folk songs. I'm a big folk fan, as you know. One of my favorite records is a Loudon Wainwright family record, Folkocracy today. But on here, and they actually cover one song that also Rufus covers, is O Shenandoah. Love that song. But Dirty Old Town is on here, Green Sleeves. Some pretty wonderful Irish music, very acoustic bass, all analog. Beautiful record. I love this record, and I thank Angelo for sending to me this. He sent me a signed copy. But he also sent me a companion thing, several records, but one of them, it's funny, I love this record too. I think the title of it is a little cheesy, but I get it. I'm not the audience in terms of the cover, but musically, I love this album. And this is Ben Harper's Winter is for Lovers. It's a perfect like winter Christmas type album, but just acoustic guitar. Now, I'm very familiar with Ben Harper. I've seen him several times. I have a bunch of his CDs. I don't have any vinyl on him. But this is an instrumental record, but it's really a good instrumental record. It's not even totally Christmassy here. It's supposedly a winter-esque album, but it's just a beautiful acoustic guitar, no vocals, a wonderful, like I can see why they market it as a romantic winter album, holiday album. You're sitting around, the Christmas tree in the fireplace, having a shot of whiskey or a couple of glasses of Prosecco or champagne or sparkling wine or cava, depending what country you're in. Those are all the names for these things. But it's a beautiful record, and it's a wonderful sounding record, and I love Ben Harper. So thank you for that, Angelo Kelly. Both these records. He gave me some other things too, but these are the ones that I really gravitated to. His record is beautiful folk music, and this is a beautiful acoustic solo record. Next is the last record. Show a record you bought because of a credit or connection that is not the main artist. I'm not sure what the credit part means, but I'm going to say what's connection to the main artist. And I did show this several times already this year, but this is Don Cooley's. And the connection to the main artist is the Superfury Animals, a Welsh band. I'm looking forward this month, January, the new Griff Rhys album, the lead singer who went off. This is the rest of Superfury Animals. Again, I showed this many times, so if I'm repeating myself, if you've seen those other videos, so be it. electronic, bombastic, heavy beats, heavy bass, with some pop, psychedelic, Beach Boy-like harmonies over when it becomes in several parts where it gets into this beautiful, I hate to say organic because it's not really organic, but what a great record. This took a while for me to latch on because I didn't expect it to be like this. But when if you know Superfury Animals and if you've heard any of their mixes for Phantom Power or for Rings Around the World, they do these wonderful, expanded, really ballsy electronic mixes on this. I love this cover, this digital kind of cover art, very Japanese-like. But I love Das Coolies, and I love this friggin' record. And it's really an offshoot, or who knows if Super Furry Animals will ever get back together again. But they got this splintered thing of Das Coolies here and a Griff Reese. So thank you for watching the alternative Vinyl Tag 2023. Only 11 questions, a lot easier than the other one. And Stunt Rock Confusion, who incorporated this. He's a Frenchman living in Sweden. And I thank you. I learned a lot from your channel. I'll put a link below to his channel. But Mazzy loves you, and thank you for watching, everyone.